guys, happy Monday. Happy Mac Monday if you got your mac and cheese ready. It's a bit chaotic over here because tomorrow is the first day of mostly staycation, but we are going out of town overnight and we have to clean because we have my brother staying over. So, aside from my studio also being needing to be cleaned up from Comic-Con. Okay, my audio is on. For a second, I saw something was muted. I almost freaked out again. Hi, Ian. This is a fantastic way to start the month. Love me some chaos cleaning. Yeah, we gotta do some chaos cleaning. Probably just some general organization. I mean, it's so chaotic here for me, but we just very chaotically in the last 20 minutes. I swept upstairs, Terry vacuumed, we're getting the trash out, so we're just trying to get everything done and cleaned as much as we can, because it's also nice to be in a clean house when you're on staycation. So one thing I'm also doing is going to add some of the cotton candy pink overtone back into my hair, because it's getting so long you can't even see it. I don't want to scream unless I'm leaning back. It's not gonna go super pink, but it'll take some color. But we're gonna use the last of this up just to have a little bit color for our adventure tomorrow. So I'll be cleaning, prepping, also making sure all my ducks are in a row. That's gonna be my Mac Mondays for you guys. And Kitty is also here. Hello. Hello. Oh, Streambot is participating, by the way. We love it when Streambot participates. It makes life easier. Thog is also here, so we're having a nice little party. Gotta leave the place clean so you get home clean. Yes, future self always appreciates the effort. Absolutely. Usually I do this over the sink, but we're gonna take our chances today, and we're not gonna worry about all of the consequences because we are in chaos mode. But to summarize the weekend, so this past weekend we had a Comic-Con in my town, which it was the first one here. It wasn't the first one that the group has done. They've done a couple other ones up in Michigan, but this is the first one that was down here. It's going to, I hope I got enough in there, or else it's going to be really, we're just going to we're going to put in what we can, and what we can't, it's fine. Saturday was pretty busy. I was very fortunate that I made back table, which is always first goal. But I made it in within the last 15-20 minutes of the day. So that was nice. It made Sunday gravy, but obviously I still wanted to do well. However, Sunday was super slow, and we're all speculating that it was because there's Colossal Con was this weekend, which is, I think, probably if not at least one of the top 3 biggest anime conventions in this, relatively close in this area. So we're speculating that people went there on Sunday because Sunday's the cheapest day to go to a convention, and then stopped at the Comic-Con on Saturday because it was actually a very well priced event, which kudos to them, because so many events it's an arm and a leg just to go look, never mind trying to buy stuff there or even be a vendor there. So the weekend went well, and I have left all the chaos for me to put away. Fennec says thank you for the squeaks. Will's kind of investigating all of our cleaning hijinks. Kitty's having a baking night starting with apple crumble bars. Ooh, don't let my husband hear that. Too late here. He does love him some apple. Yeah, it was great that I made back table. I think it would have, like, the table space was a lot bigger than a lot of normal artist alleys, but they had us, like, squished together with vendors. So, fighting the vending crowd and the Pokemon, because Pokemon was everywhere. It was, I mean, to be fair, I also gave in to the Pokemon, and I got a Squirtle keychain, because it was super, super, super cheap, but also, it's Squirtle with sunglasses. And I also got this little guy, because he's a derpy Charizard. How stinking cute is he? He is so cute. I had to have him. So I did grab those. And when I'm cleaning, I'll probably pull out the other thing we got for one of our friends, which was also a Pokemon thing. But lots of Pokemon, especially lots of Pokemon card peoples. But I sold, it was 28 books. 28 books overall I managed to sell over the weekend, so I'm happy with that. And if I have the brain space and time tonight, I would like to go back into all of my, like, book orders, because I've never properly tallied up how many that I've sold. And I'm, like, kind of kicking myself for it now, because we're 4 years in. Right? Yeah, we're about four and a half years in, because Tower of Dogs was released in January. So, not counting anything I sold way back when in my early days. Guard dog mode. Guard dog mode. It's probably barking at another dog as the doors open. Yeah, I want to see if I can dig up all my order history to figure out how many I've sold. So yeah, we might do that tonight. Yeah, having two cons on one weekend that are relatively related isn't the best planning, though it could be that it drew some people to the new one. I know, yeah, Derpy Charizard is so adorable. Like, how could you not? How could you not? Because I know Charizard's cool and all, but Derpy Charizard is the way to go. Yeah, so I need to get us started on a sprint here in a minute. Just getting, I need to, like, get the tips, but actually it's kind of, like, cool with that little, like, fade. It's almost like Neapolitan ice cream. Which, to be fair, I've actually seen a lot of people do in their hair, but that's not what I'm going for. Just gotta smoosh it down. Yes, Atreyu made his presence known. He is big boy, and thou shalt not enter his territory. Switch over here. Chatbot, thank you. Alright, this has got the 40-minute timer. So we can do 40 minutes, or we can do... Sorry, let me just switch back here. What is this timer? What did I do here? Is this the 30-minute? It is, okay. So we can do 40 minutes or 30 minutes. I feel like if we do 30 minutes, we can probably get 3 or 4 sprints. Hi, Snazzy! And they'll be, like, shorter, quick bops of energy. So I think that's what we're gonna go for, even though it's super, super tiny. I think that's... Does this one need... It's much easier to see it than me looking down, because I just see the same pink tops, but yeah, I need to get some pink up on there. What is moving behind my door? Oh, it's... There's a bag hanging there. I hope that's it and it's not a ghost. Because I got, like, a little tote bag hanging on the back of my door. And the fan usually doesn't blow all that way. I think I re-angled it when I was cleaning, so I might just have to adjust that. Yay, we have the whole party here tonight for Mac Mondays. I tried to make cauliflower cheesy rice, but I don't think I had either enough cheese, or maybe I needed, like, a cream cheese to really make it just more. So it was okay. It was an attempt, since right now I'm not doing, like, regular pastas. But I haven't quite found the best recipe yet, so I'll let you guys know when I do. But that was my attempt for Mac Mondays. Ugh. Oh, I got too much on this. But is there such a thing as too much? I don't think so. Oh, you couldn't figure it out from the angle. Yeah, it's like the very edge of a tote bag. My Land Before Time tote bag, to be exact. But yeah, I think we're gonna do 30-minute sprints here, and I'm gonna get it started now that I've got all this gunk off my fingers. It's decent. I'll start the sprint and like squeeze the last drops out, and then get to work on things. So Thog shared their mac and cheese in the Discord. Excellent. I bet cream cheese would have helped. Yeah, I think it needed something. I think it had to maybe be there like a cream cheese or like a second different texture cheese to like make it not just mush. But we're working on it. Yay, the mac and cheese! Let me see it. Let me go see it. Let me go see it. Then we'll start the sprint. Discord. Hi, Willow. Bye, Willow. Yum. You even got some of that crispy edges. Love that. Looks so yummy. And I'm off Monday and Tuesdays. Nice. So this is like perfect time for your Mac Monday. Snazzy had leftover Mexican stuffed peppers. And cream cheese probably, it fixes a lot of cheesy things. Yeah, I think we're going to try that next time I want to do it. There was cheese on it, so that does count for your Mexican stuffed peppers. You got to put the cheese on that, because the rice in there can get really dry. Kitty's going to have some pasta with tomato sauce and cheese, probably this sprint. Hello, Willow. Goodbye, Willow. Still in avoidance mode with Discord. My brain just keeps saying, nope, that's okay. No worry, Phoenix. We will report to you. It was yummy looking mac and cheese, but I know it's warm over there, so don't worry about pushing yourself to make yours yet. But I'm going to start our sprint here, and I'm going to see if I can make it bigger, but if we'll just try it out. We're going to, can I do this? Oh, I can. Okay, we'll do that. We're going to do a 30-minute sprint, aka 29 minutes in these seconds, so get into it. I'm going to hit mute here in a second and finish with the chaos, but we'll be back in the time. 3, 2, 1, go. Do 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 do. Okay, we are back from that first sprint. I saw that Thog was trying to get some writing done today, so I hope that went well. Maybe you just got some rust off your fingers. We put as much in here as we could, and we're gonna let it sit till stream is over, and then I'm going to shower, and what stays stays. But I do like, I think for my birthday I'm gonna get my hair cut, but I want like this vibrancy of like a peachy pink to be back, like actually done properly, not just bleached and overtoned. So that's an end of June problem. We'll figure that out later. I did manage to at least put my event boxes away because I did take inventory while I was packing up. There's some things in there I need to clean out, but the plan is still to take my computer down to the dining room, essentially take over the dining room and use that for getting Kurokenshin done, but the dogs can go outside, or I can just be where it's cooler because this room gets so hot. So we'll probably do that later this week. So I didn't need to like do any intense cleaning because while that's down here, this room's gonna get chaotic and crazy, and hopefully we'll paint the wall, maybe we'll figure out the shelves, but I'll go through like papers and stuff at that point. So did that. Got some other little things done up around here. I think Terry's still cleaning a couple of things. So the physical work feels pretty good, feels pretty comfy. What else do we need to do? Just like laundry? Probably just like laundry, some blankets, work clothes, all that fun stuff. So now I can, on this next sprint, do some of the stuff on my to-do list, like logging my sales and everything and getting ready for paying sales tax. Yay. Oh, I gotta pay the mortgage too. Okay, I gotta pay money this sprint. I'm sad. Okay. Let's see how you guys did. Elle popped in. Hello, hello. Where's something here? Phoenix decided to do a sit and sort of all the paper stuff, which they've been avoiding, but need to finish their overall project. Gotcha. So you gotta do some admin for your project. Snazzy didn't really do much, watched part of a YouTube video and got clothes together for tomorrow. I also need to do, I think we both need to pack our overnight bag. Should be easy. Should be. I'll probably do that like after I shower though. That would be fun for me to do my own personal New Year / birthday. Yes, that's the plan, right? We're just gonna have a new fresh, because this is like down to my lower back right now and it's not summer friendly at that length. Kitty's crumble bars are almost done. Next she's gonna make a small cheesecake with the rest of the apples she cut. It was too much for the crumble. What? That sounds delicious. Boo, 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 boo. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. I did up until I sprained my ankle hiking. Oh no, well, why did you do that? I have some laundry to do too, but I'll be doing it slowly, hobbling. Yeah, take it easy. You'll have 30 whole minutes to get there and back. It's fine. It's fine. I hope you have a boot to help out with it. Yeah. Hey, ice and rest. Ice and rest, man. Dang, and I hope you weren't too far out when that happened during your hike, because I can only imagine the pain of getting back to like your car. That sucks. I'm so sorry for you, but I hope it gets better soon. Why'd your ankle go and do you dirty? Hope it heals up fast. Yeah, you're gonna need it to heal up. So laundry and rest. Laundry and rest and hydration. Everybody hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. The water is okay today. You know how sometimes water is amazing and sometimes water is just okay? It's just okay right now. It's just okay. I think it's a little bit warm from being up here with me, to be honest, which I don't like it super cold, but it's just okay. Oh, and this is the other Pokemon thing we got for our friend. It's a Snorlax Buddha. It's 3D printed, so it's super, super light. We are thinking they might use it in their fairy garden. So if they like that idea, we might drill a hole, because it's hollow. Like drill a hole and then fill it with sand and then plug it up so it like sits better in their little fairy garden. But he's just precious, and the texture they used for their material, whatever they used to print it with, is a very nice soft stone look. So this was a good little find. This was from the same guy that did the squirrel. So they were ridiculously cheap. Like, I was even like, are you sure I don't owe you more money? But he apparently got into 3D printing way back when. So I don't know if he's just selling everything that he's got, or if he's got super cheap materials. I don't know. But this and the Derpy Charge are super, super cheap. Could not say no. I don't know where Squirtle's gonna go yet though. But give me a little blank. I also have this Squirtle that I got when I was at the Pokemon Center in Japan. So I'm kind of like, I need to make a Squirtle bag. A bag for my 2 Squirtles. And I actually have I have one Squirtle pin. Let's see if we can point him out. Right there. That one, that little blue, yellow, that's my Squirtle. It's the Squirtle with sunglasses, so you know it's good. So yeah, he would have to go on that bag too. And now I guess I'll just hang them together maybe. So I don't misplace him in the chaos. I guess I'll have to do for now. Hydrating with beer, but it's the weekend. Fair, it is your weekend. You can hydrate with whatever you want. Very cute, and I like that idea. I'm all for fun for the weekend, Thug. All for it. I think we're all like, hey, it's the weekend. Do good. Could you safety pin them to the flags? Is that a question for me? Because I don't know what flags we're talking about. Catch me up on that, because my brain is not connecting the dots, so maybe it is just me. But we got the Squirtles, and on the Habbity Babbity list, my friends, we've got a lot to do. Why did I put that on there twice? Oh, we were doing that, and I did do that. I have to, aside from paying all my money to everybody, I need to send out like a welcome newsletter, and then I have to do, I have to track my event sales, which is gonna take a minute to put on the Excel sheet. And I would also look up sales of all time! Exclamation. Maybe I have to pay stuff first. I have to pay stuff first before I have fun. Okay. I guess we'll do that. Snazzy, also, if you want to join the party before it starts, I'll wait for you. I will wait for you. Once you join, I will start the sloth task quest. There we go, quest. Oh my gosh, I can't do words today. Let me catch up. So, Fenix's brain was thinking pin flags with the pin collection. Where Thog went, if I put a safety pin in these cans of beer, they will squirt beer out and it will make a mess. And that's what we all called them. Yeah, like, I don't have the pin banners. These are kind of like these are actually those foamy exercise mats that you can like connect together like a puzzle. I cut up a bunch and I laid some fabric on some of them, and some of them are just naked. but I use those to stick my pins in. But that I want to revamp when as the office grows into a new space. Could do them on like a pin banner flag for some. I will keep it in mind. I'll keep it in mind because I haven't quite figured out how I want to do it for the display boxes. Ella just started on her mile walk back. No boot, iced the foot, and I ace bandaged it on Saturday, but had to take it off. The swelling went down, but my right foot and ankle is bruised. Woof, woof, woof. Hold on, let me have it. Yeah, Thog, get in here. I think Thog was in the quest. I think we're just waiting on Moose and Monkey. But I haven't seen Monkey around for a while, so I think it's just Moose. Yes, you are on the quest, Thog. Snazzy joined. Think you have been trouble with Habbity Babbity. I feel like it's a nice thing to have, but once you're actually doing stuff, you don't need to keep checking it. So I get it. Like, it's on my home screen, so I check it every day, but I think otherwise I would also forget it. So I do not blame you guys at all. I know my one friend who's in the group, she, like, it really motivates her, so she's the one who's, like, starting all the quests. So, like, don't feel bad if you don't get in on a quest. She just, like, has to use that to keep her motivation going. Yes, as it grows along with me, and I can do whatever suits me in the present. Remember to keep that ankle raised more often than not. We want you to heal. Yes. That's why it's a quick hobble. And then off to the... Gotta refresh to get the party. Off to the resting with you. Ice and rest. Alright, I'm gonna start that quest since we're all in here. Beautiful. Buff up my magic. And then we're gonna do a sprint. So let's get it, guys. This is sprint number 2. We're gonna go 2 more sprints. So we'll have 3 more total. So this sprint will get us to like 8:30. No. Yeah. Maybe. Whatever. Between 9 and 9:30 we'll wrap up. So let's just get this timer going for this sprint. And we'll be back. Get stuff done. I'm about to be broke. We're back. And we're making good progress. I paid all the bills. I know it hurt, but we did it. And I started tracking my book sales via going back through all the print on demand that I've done to figure out how many I've ordered, because I know how many I have left in stock. So I'm basically rewriting all my order history into an Excel sheet. I am currently going through all the stuff from KDP, aka Amazon. The next step will be checking, I hope it's easily organized, but I know they updated it, so I don't know if it has the full history, but I hope I can find a breakdown of how many ebooks and like straight through Amazon sales of said books that also happened, at least generally. That'd be great. But I also need to check the hardcovers that I did for the Eden trilogy, because I ordered those through the Barnes and Noble press. So also fingers crossed that I can get those records as well. I would think so. It's within 10 years. Currently I just finished the paperbacks for 2024. And with all of that, I am at 223 total across all my titles by the end of 2024. So I'm curious to see where that goes. But we did get our gems thawed. I just haven't figured out what to get yet. They haven't really made any like super new quests. But I also feel like we have a lot of quests. Ooh, what's this one? It's the Splashy Pals. Who are you? Turtle, whale, and seahorse. I also don't even know. Oh, I'm definitely getting that. I'm definitely getting that since Dog be giving me some. I'm getting the opal quest for us to do. I do plan to add a screen on here onto the stream that lets me show Happity Babbity. So that's actually a task today if I can get through my book sales, is I will try to like figure out a way to link that properly. I feel like I have to get another platypus because it's a platypus. And I don't know if we have the Splashy Pals, but I might get them. But yes, there's so many, like I already have so many quests. I'm sure y'all have so many quests. I wish they had more. I wish you could just like buy potions, but I guess you can like buy decorations in here and stuff. So, oh, I have yet to buy myself a background. Everyone has a background. Which one feels like me? Okay, I'll do that when I can get Habbity screening on the live stream, so y'all can do it with me, but I will save some of those gems for when I figure that out. Snazzy took a shower that sprint. Phoenix is at a point of where it's just as easy to finish as to stop, so they are going to keep sorting. Awesome. Ian popped in with woo, yay. I assume that was to the ongoing book record thing, or it could have been toward Happity Babbity. It could have been to that. Or to showering, or to cheesecake, because cheesecake is in the oven. Now just get to lie on the couch and read fanfic. Sounds lovely. Oh my god, cheesecake. Phoenix finished that round of sorting. There is stuff that needs more attention, memorabilia, but that's not for now. Yeah, I know that feeling. The paper box is overflowing. Everything is everywhere. And that's not even like the true memorabilia boxes. That's just stuff accumulated over the past year or so of like important maybe paper, please sort me. I'm gonna have to make another sorting box or I'm gonna have to like commit and shred stuff. Different problem for a different day. But yeah, that's basically what's been going on here. And I know I have in my papers of all the things like receipts from when I did orders. I just don't know I just don't know if I have it from the beginning. I don't know if I was that on top of it. Speaking of platypus puddles, I found the material I want to make the stuffy body out of. Purple corduroy. Ooh, yes, a purple corduroy would be perfect for him. Yes, please do it. Please make the attempt. I hope it goes wonderful. That's going to be so cute. Kay says that's how she sorted her hallway recently. Sorted all the easy stuff and then made a basket of future me problems. Yeah. Absolutely. But future me is coming close. I don't think future me has to be this week. I think there's other things like moving the computer down and like getting a flow back is gonna be important. But probably starting this month, I'm gonna have to start tackling things as we restructure. The only problem with the computer being here is that there is so much space behind me. Plenty of space for activities, but like if I have something decorative, it's just so far away. But it doesn't make sense to put my computer in the middle, and doing it on any other wall gives me I wonder if I had it like flipped, but I hate that. I hate when the wires are visible on the outside. Also, this is getting a little crunchy because the color is setting in and like just making it hard. So it's like, it kind of looks like it would be wet and semi-curly, but it's actually crunchy. But like I said, I don't have to shower and wash that out until after the stream. So, okay. Elle got the laundry into the washing machine, reading 3 books currently, also thinking she's going to change her idea for her story from dark to cottagecore cozy fantasy like the books I just bought. That's more up my alley, and I think you'll probably enjoy writing it more if it is something that you enjoy reading. Next time I have to do the finicky sorting. That's a next stream. Which do I know my schedule for next week? Looks like next week, Wednesday, is gonna be, there'll be a writing or work in progress Wednesday. Otherwise I work in the evening, because why not? We're still down people. But I don't know my schedule for after that. So I will post that. I'll put a note here to write it down. Upcoming stream schedule. I have it on my notes. I will address that after Surprise Adventure. Dark to cottagecore is a big switch. I'm glad you found what suits you best. Yeah, completely new story, ditching the old one for now. Just let it simmer in the back. You never know what'll happen. Still so pleased with how my furniture move around turned out. Yay! You know you did it right when you have that feeling multiple times and you're just like, this is good. I like this. I'm comfy. I'm happy. The feng shui is great. Hi, baby. Hi. You come to say hi to everybody? Hello. Did you hear? Want to take my leg space? I think you should lay back here because it's got the fan. Yeah, you look so tired. Did you miss me because I was gone all weekend? Did you miss me? Yeah. I missed you too. I missed you too. I missed you, Bubba. Yeah. You come here to cheer me on while I finish going through all these books? I suppose so. Okay. Alright. I think it's time to do a sprint and keep up the mojo. The mojo jojo up in this place. Wednesday might end up being me going back to my sorting project as my work in progress. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to wait that long, but absolutely, if you need the motivation, we will do it. Alright, bud, can we lay down? Well, I can pet you with this hand, but I need to use this hand. Alright guys, I'm going to start the next sprint. Phoenix is getting hungry. Might attempt to make mac and cheese. It is Mac Monday. Yeah, we're going to do another sprint so we can try to squeeze in this and one more. while we're feeling productive tonight. So let me pop the timer up here. Everyone says hi, baby. Why are you hiding your face? But we got just under 30 minutes on the clock there. I'm gonna get my timer going as well, and then we will be back to see if we were productive or not on this fine Mac Monday. 3, 2, you wanna say it with me? 1, go! As he hides again. Go! Do 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 do. Okie dokie, guys. So that was a pretty good sprint. I finished putting in every order that I've done, and then I was able to pull up the lifetime of sales for stuff that I've sold through Amazon as well. Which, when you haven't looked at it and you get to see a nice chunk, you're like, oh, that's fun, that's nice. Um, so I think total, I have all the paperbacks that I've ordered from them, paperbacks they sold, ebooks they sold. I have to still check the hardcovers on Barnes & Noble, and there's one other site that I did the ebooks through, but I think it's really only, I've sold one or two, um, which is fine. But that's also a site that I need to know if I'm going to stay with. So we're almost there. And with everything currently, mind you, my current stock, I should probably put this up here. Current stock, 95 minus 28. Don't want to do math right now. It's super easy. What? It's like 57, right? Nope, I didn't hit the right button. 67, I'm sorry, it's 67. So I have 67 books on hand. 67, yeah, 67, including the hardcover, I think. So if we take that from the 533, which I already closed the calculator, so we're not doing accurate math, but that means we've sold like 460 and change, which is pretty cool because I was not aware. People ask me how many books have I sold, and I just kind of and I have this in a filtered, like I can filter the table so I can see how many, like I can sort by the titles, I can sort by paperback or ebook, whether it was me or it was on Amazon. So I can find out how many of Tower of Dogs, for example. Let's take a look. Tower of Dogs, how many do I have on hand? 4 or 5. Let's say 5. Ooh, how many Tower of Dogs have we sold? 174, so minus my 5, say 169. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not something that like I was even totally aware of, not counting the hardcovers as well, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm surprised just because, like, again, I only see it in the chunks of like the day of the event. So my stock, I've never had more than 20 or 25 of something in physical stock, so my brain doesn't really go above and beyond that. So yeah, actually seeing like number evidence, but also like I didn't know I sold that many ebooks because I don't really promote it. Like I just have links for it here and there. But seeing that like it was either like after an event month, but some were just kind of random, and then other people, they came back and they got book 2, they got book 3, like that makes me happy that they went and did that. So if I ever feel like nobody cares, I will just remind myself that people chose to not only start reading my series, but they chose to finish it. So that makes, yeah. I didn't necessarily need the the uplifting, but it's nice to have now. I didn't know. I never knew. I never knew. I missed a thing. Yeah, a tree was only here for my attention, not. And now he's passed out. Oh, baby. He's full on donkey sleep. And Phoenix had just finished up making the mac and cheese. By the end, I was really feeling the heat. Glad to be done with it. On to eating. Snazzy played with Lottie and ate chocolate pudding and did a few dishes. Now I need to pick my next book for bedtime reading. Sounds like a kick butt. Yeah. It feels nice to have that validation, especially when, like I said, I like the weekends, the event weekends are like super like fired up, motivating, and then you get back to real life and you're like, did that happen? Was I dreaming? Yeah, it was definitely it was a surprise for me. You may not be surprised, but it's a surprise for me just because I don't look and track those things. I didn't want to be all up in the numbers, so I think I'm also happy that I didn't do it until now, because then I can see it without me like in the moment being like, oh no, I've only sold this many, blah blah blah. But coming back to look at it feels good. Elle had to catch up with the chat discussion on the sprint. What is Habbity Babbity and what quest? Is that a game on another platform? Is everyone on here like the OGs? Elle, yeah, you kind of are the newbie, but that's we love a newbie. So Habbity Babbity is actually a website. Am I able to share links? Can I share the links here? The real website is called Habitica. Hopefully, if you can, click on that link, check that out. It is a gamified way to like make a to-do list or a daily task list. I really should have figured out a way to, like, I promise by next sprint I'm gonna have it where I can pop it up on the screen so we can like actively look at my to-do list and everything. But it essentially you get a little pixel. Damn it! I just want to show everything. I don't have the normal share screen on here. Can I figure it out? Can I figure it out in 5 seconds? I might be able to. I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna figure it out. I think I can. Oh, I don't even remember. Stream Elements. Yes, that's how I make the things. That's how I make the things. Back. No, I don't have to do that. I need to. Let me see if this will work. Browser. Create new Habbity Babbity. Because I am legitimately not sure. But I am signed in. See, that's why I'm like, since I have to sign in, I don't know how do I, because I can't interact with this. Is there a way? Well, that's the website. That's the website there, Habitica. Whenever I am streaming on, we're just gonna remove that for now. Whenever I'm streaming through StreamYard, I can actively like share my screen. Is that on here? Display capture, game capture, maybe. Window capture. Oh. Hold on. I do it for you guys. Yay! Big brain. We use the big brain. Cool. Alright, so yes. So this is what it looks like. You have, I don't have any dailies right now because I have them all done, but you can add in different daily tasks and then check them off. You can have habits. The to-do list is what I've been using for the most part. So we're working on the lookup of sales of all time. But here's like the to-do list. So technically I figured out sort of how to add it. Boom, I can check that off. You can see up in the corner, it gave me experience, it gave me mana, it gave me some coins, and it damaged the boss. So we are all in a little party, well, most of us. I think actually everybody here is in the party. And you get different quests. So whenever you complete a a task, a daily, you and you're in the group, you will contribute to the damage over here of the said boss. So, and then you can get rewards. So you can like unlock different items. You can unlock different pets. So it's just like a little gamified way to have a to-do list, if that makes sense. I hope that explains it. If you decide to check it out, we can invite you to our little group and you can do some quests with us. You are more than welcome. No pressure, but my one friend in the group triggers a lot of quests very quickly, so just don't feel left out if you don't make it in them. Yeah, it doesn't work out for everybody. Phoenix tried it and it didn't totally work out. It worked really well for Snazzy for a while, and then her brain just kind of gave up on things like that this year, trying to get myself back together. So it's like a game and you're rewarding for reaching your to-do goals. That's a cute idea. Yeah, so it's just, like I said, kind of like an RPG where if you're gaining experience with everything that you do. So you can use it as much or as little as it works for you. It's pretty much where I put my to-do lists so I can help beat the boss and help the group, whoever's in the group. So it's a thing. It's not for everybody. It's just a little extra. It's another thing to do. So if you feel like you don't need another thing to do, don't worry about it. But if you're like, ooh, I needed something to like help me with my list of things to do and like motivation, then maybe you could try it. It triggered the demand avoidance. Phoenix was in it, but I don't think they are currently in the party. Which is, like I said, you can come and go as you please. Had them boot me out a while. When you say it like that, we accepted you went on a solo adventure, okay? You left the party for a solo adventure. We didn't boot you out. But anyway, that's Habbity Babbity. So when we talk about it, that's what that is. Now that I know how to share my screen, I can update you guys with my like to-do list. So I can just, there's actually a way I can like trim this, I think. To like here, oh no, that's sizing. I'll figure out trimming it later. But I think there's a way where I can just have like the to-do list up in a corner or something. So that's a problem for a different day. We figured out the core part. Yeah, went on a solo adventure. Exactly. Yes. All right, let's do the final sprint, guys. I'm gonna try to finish this list. I got 2 more sources to dig up some history on, so hopefully that goes well. And then we'll have the real numbers. And then the thing will be figuring out how to automatically have it fill in what for what book. So I might have to make just more sheets. Already have an idea. Yeah, but let's get into it. Glad that you are now informed of the Habbity Babbity. There's got to be some rebels. Yeah, be the rebels. Yeah, I don't like having people lost and like confused, so you are welcome to know the Habbity Babbity. But let's get into this final sprint. 30 minutes on the clock. Get stuff done, take care of yourselves, hydrate if you haven't, because I have not. And let's get it going, guys, in 3, 2, 1, go! Do, 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 do. Okay, we are back from our final sprint tonight. Since I still need to pack my overnight bag and probably go to bed because we have to get up decently early to take the dogs on a W and then drive to Adventure Surprise. So I am gonna wrap us up here. I do have a total from all the books I've ordered from Amazon and sold directly, the books I've ordered from Barnes & Noble Press and sold directly, as well as sales from Amazon and sales from like the PDFs on my Ko-fi and some ebooks on Draft2 Digital. So the total big whopping number, minus my stock and my set of copies, because I have one of each, is 614. That's pretty cool. The total books overall, if you included my stock, but not, I guess you probably would count those in there. So like I've ordered and or sold, I don't know. The total book thing was $6.99, but when you take out stock and my stuff, it's $6.14. So sales is $6.14, which is 99 away from $7.13, which is not necessarily my favorite number, but that's my birthday number. So hitting that goal is going to be pretty cool. That's a goal to hit in the future. So right now I'm halfway through generating just like individual tabs for each book, so I can kind of keep track of them a little bit better over time. So I'll probably just finish that real quick before I get off the computer. But I did want to wrap up, double check the chat with you guys, and wrap this up because I still need a shower. As fun as this is, we need a shower. I swear we're not trying to exclude you. I don't think we're always aware of how much terms morph us. Yes, Happy Babbity is like definitely our term thing too. All good. Might not be into the manga and Pokemon stuff, but I love food, love reading, writing, and animals, so I still feel part of the group. Hala had me at the Twisted Tales, but chatting with all of you guys is a bonus. Yeah, we all love everything here. Like, you can pretty much like whatever you want, and I would hope still feel comfortable here. The only person that definitely I was concerned about, they're not part of our, they have not been around in a long time. They were like afraid of dogs. And I think some of you might remember when that person was in the chat. And obviously my dogs are free to come and go. So I'm sorry that you were afraid of dogs. But they are basically the face of the channel, really. Like, I'm just the talker, they're the face. Otherwise, I think a lot of the people who've come by have kind of been easily, like, it's been easy to settle in here. Like, we're pretty chill. Thog's dad called, so they gabbed for a bit, and back to attempting to write. Phoenix mostly cleaned up the kitchen, dishes will wait until it's cooler. Trying to make sure all my chores are done by the end of sprints so I can spend time messing around with Paralives. I've been hearing good things, but I also hear like it's gonna take forever. Snazzy planned dinner tomorrow with her BFF and her daughter, took meds, and finally picked up a book and read exactly half a page. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, and then it jumped. Why does it jump when I'm not done catching up? Half a page, there it is. And then Kitty got very into making brownies, so they need to finish baking and then she'll go to sleep. You've made so many delicious things tonight. Is there something coming up, or were you just in the mood? Because I want all of those. The apple crumbles, the cheesecake, the brownies, we want. Phoenix is gonna have to make themselves a microwave brownie later. Thanks, Kitty. Always here to enable baked goods consumption. Oh, yes. That's really awesome. Totally worth doing the work to know. Yeah, it was definitely, like, it's one of those, like, why didn't I do it sooner? But again, because it's been enough time that it feels substantial, I'm glad that I did it. And now I have a system to, like, more easily keep track of it, so that's gonna be nice. It is a lot of books. We are a happy little bunch here. Absolutely. I remember that. Yeah, I knew somebody in here would remember that person because it was like, I'm sorry that you don't like dogs, but I'm not gonna stop them from coming around. Um, Phoenix is saying they're not really into Disney anymore and totally a manga noob, but still get along great with this weird bunch. And we love the chill. We all love the chill. Just like hang out, be real, be yourself, be sincere. That's what we are. I totally remember that, and I was like, don't get between us and the pups. You know, that was probably one of the most awkward streams we've had. Not the most, but definitely one of the most. I want to live next door to Kitty and be her baked goods tester. You know, gotta taste it. Gotta taste it. Fun being reminded of Habitica again. Hi, Jasmine. How was your night going? We were just about to wrap up, but I'm glad you popped in. Snazzy also needs to live closer to Kitty. Great minds think alike. Just wanted to bake, hopefully enough, so she can freeze some of it and have snacks for bad days when she doesn't have the energy to be standing around baking. Sounds like a beautiful goal to have. And Elle is saying, I know Harry Potter is old news to most people, but I just ordered a bi-monthly subscription box for it. There's a subscription, like there's still, what would it be? Because it's not the, is it the books? Is it just like different cover of the books? Or is it like house stuff? Do you get to pick your house and you get your house stuff sent to them? Sent to you, I guess. Just love all things magical. I really loved the Harry Potter game, the Hogwarts Legacy, and I cannot wait for the sequel. Absolutely. And spending time doing spells down at Universal, 100% worth it. 100% worth it. And yes, you can definitely feel free to talk about Harry Potter here too. I'm Hufflepuff in case you didn't realize. Do live closer to me, please. I need more people to feed dessert. Do you really want to share all that, Kitty? Because we will mow on that. We will mow. But yeah, that is our Mac Monday. I do like that the Mac Mondays have been pretty, like, more chill than normal. Obviously, like, I know I'm gonna have to be productive moving forward if I'm gonna get stuff done. But it's nice that we had a couple Mac Mondays where it's kind of like our brains can decompress and we can get to know each other better, but also like accomplish some goals and like stuff that we didn't know we needed for ourselves. Like that's pretty cool. Thog is a Slytherin. Okay, so it is all things like Harry Potter items, and we have some Potter. Oh yeah, we have some Potterheads. Phoenix is not into it at all. I didn't read the books until I was an adult. So, like, there's certain things that I know just because of movies and, like, being a Hufflepuff. Trivia I can play, but I'm not that great at it. I'm also just bad at, like, trivias, except for Disney. But, you know, love Hogwarts Legacy, best game ever. It was pretty dang good, but we need more. We need more of it soon. Also, it could have had more like of the character relation build up thingies. Like it felt like it was trying to, but then it didn't. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. We need to wrap up. Another thing I'm totally boycotting with Disney and EA. Yeah. And yes, people also, if it does make things that people uncomfortable, we don't have to go into it too much, but in general, like, we can have discussions here. This is a safe place. It was very chill, and we did all this stuff. Kitty doesn't actually like all the stuff she bakes very much, so yes, please come here and eat dessert. Mind blown. All the baking, but doesn't want it. Thog does agree that they find her problematic. Yeah, I separate author and their works. So the person I don't spare an extra thought to, but the IP, for me, it's Universal's IP. It's unfortunate that people don't always do good things and they are connected to stuff, but talking about it doesn't give her any money. Yeah. Anything lemon or apple aren't really my thing, but I like baking with them. You should make lemon blueberry for stuff that we can't eat. I feel like I missed a thing. I agree that talking about it isn't the issue. Totally dream till it comes true. Yes. Yes, and we're all just trying to figure out how to like get to Germany so we can eat desserts. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well that was a pretty full Monday. I will see you guys next Wednesday. It feels like forever. There may or may not be a pop-up sprint. I am officially not planning anything outside of tomorrow's surprise adventure because it's staycation. So if it happens, it's because I really felt like I needed to work and I wanted to share. But I will update and post the schedule on YouTube and in the Discord when I see the dates available for streams coming up. Until then, take care of yourselves, hydrate. I still have not finished this, but hydrate, and maybe have some dessert. Maybe go have some dessert. Why not? Let's enable that. Lemon blueberry. I've been wanting to make those cookies. All right, Thog's gonna make some lemon blueberry. Kitty's like, I really don't like lemon blueberry, but I'll bake it. Bake it and just send it to us. And Snazzy has the warm fuzzies for HP because she grew up with it. Try not to put money towards it, but still enjoy my DVDs occasionally. Yeah, because the author is not a great person. Crossing my fingers for a fun pop-up. It's goodbye night. Still working on that lemon blueberry cookie recipe for May, but I'm late. Whoops. Everyone be safe and well and hydrate. Yes. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. I am going to hit the button and I will